So President Trump, as we all know, he just loves to do, has put the cat firmly amongst the pigeons with two posts that he put on his Truth social media outlet last night. There's a little bit of contradiction, as there always is, in what he's said, but it is very interesting, and it's going to set the agenda in the USA and around the world. So what has he said? Well, he's come out and said, in response to the shooting of the two National Guards by an Afghan national in Washington, D.C., one of which has died, he's come out and said that he is going to permanently pause all immigration into the USA from what he described as third world countries. Now, a few questions need to be asked about this. Firstly, permanently pause. Permanent is permanent and pause is a temporary thing. So that sort of contradicts it slightly. And how do you define what a third world country is? That's going to be very much open to dispute and up for dispute. What he's also gone further and said is that he's going to end all federal benefits or subsidies, state subsidies, to non-US citizens. So effectively, if you're a non-US citizen, he's intending to stop you getting any benefits, any welfare, any help whatsoever. Has he gone too far? Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? It's undoubtedly true that he's setting the agenda. And I think it reflects more widely what's going on all around the world. When you look at what people would loosely deem the third world, whether that's large parts of Africa or Asia or possibly South America, there are billions of people living in wealth and poverty levels far below what we live in the West. That's not to say there's not a huge amount of poverty in the West, because there is, but it's not comparable. And many of those people, in fact pretty much most of them, if they had the opportunity, would like to come and live in the West. But clearly that's impossible. Clearly that's unsustainable, and clearly that would destroy our countries and our societies. So you've got to draw a line, you've got to have rules. The question is, where do you draw that line? How do you draw that line? And what are the rules around it going to be? And clearly, in most Western countries, we didn't draw those rules or those lines anywhere near firmly enough. And we've created a massive problem in all of our societies because of that. So that problem has to be resolved, has to be looked at, and has to be solved. The question on everyone's lips is, how do you do it? Trump, in his usual way, has taken a hammer to the problem. But I think he's doing what he always does, which is you say something absolutely excessive that's 11 out of 10 off the scale, knowing that even if you then roll that back to 7 or 8 out of 10, you've still achieved a lot of what you want, and people will sort of grudgingly accept that because it's not as bad as the madness you proposed up front. So maybe that's what he's doing. There's going to be certainly a lot of legal challenges, a lot of federal challenges to this. I don't see how he's going to get away legally with banning all immigration from the third world, and how you define third world and how you define the people coming from those countries. But is there any validity in doing it? Increasingly, you have to say yes, maybe there is. And is that going to be unfair on millions of people? Yes, absolutely it is. But as the leader of any country, whether it's the president of the USA, prime minister of the UK, leaders of the EU or France or Germany, wherever it might be, is your duty of care not to your own people over and above other people? I would argue it is. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. And before you all jump on the bandwagon and start shouting racist, gammon, Nazi, fascist, etc., I'm just asking questions. If you watch this video accurately, you'll see that at the very beginning of it, I pointed out some of the inconsistencies and the possible inaccuracies in what Trump said. But broadly speaking, I support his views that something serious needs to be done about this whole situation, needs to be done about it very quickly. I support his view that immigration from many countries is very much a net cost and is bad for Western civilization, and something has to be done about it. And I very much support his view that foreign citizens, until they've reached a fairly high bar of qualification, shouldn't be getting benefits and welfare payments. But what do you think? Let me know. Put it in the comments, like and share the video if you can.